As I scarf down my last bit of fish from Ray T's Dairy Barbecue here at the Jerome residence at 1055 Ocean Avenue, I'd like to remind you first and foremost that this broadcast is brought to you in honor of David S. Harari, Geek's dad, who has been supporting community youth athleticism in our community. I said that already.
You said
Since
community like 3 times.
he was a youth himself. Anyway, a beautiful day here at the Jerome residence. As you can see, the court decorated. As you can see, our players who have just taken the court. We'll introduce you to them in moments. A beautiful, beautiful day. Vic, we haven't had a lot of good weekend days so far this summer, but this one did not disappoint, that's for sure. And you'll see that, you'll see that Barb's in the back. The crowd has not filled in yet, but we can assure you that there will be many, many, many people, and the committee did a great job preparing for this day. I mean, you can see we're on bleachers. I shouldn't really be here. I mean, normally they aren't, except here they are, and here we are watching first row seats.
Speaking of first,
SY Open.
This is the first ever SY Open. This is not to be confused with Food Fund.
Correct. It took the place of Food Fund. Vic, tell us a little about that.
So in the previous years, we've had Sephardic Food Fund called Shootout. They've been raising money probably 4 or 5 years, I would say. A lot of sports, tennis, basketball, soccer some years.
I played in soccer once, and I never played in tournaments.
Yeah, this is...
Actually ran soccer one year.
I think I was once a ref 6-7 years ago. Anyways, they've been doing that for a while, and in true Food Fund fashion, they are never afraid to innovate. And they said there's a need right now in the community for an elite tennis tournament.
And it is elite.
It's very elite. Also, for the first time I could remember ever, and I have a pretty good memory, was the first time a tournament got rained out. Last week, this tournament was supposed to be last Sunday. Everyone woke up to a lot of rain, and they made the call about 7:15 in the morning.
Again, not afraid to be the first to do something.
They said, you know what, we're not going to mess it up and do a partially good job, but rather we are going to move it a week. They arranged everything, which is very, very hard. I mean, think about the amount of people, the amount of banners that were set up, the amount of bleachers that were rented. Everything was set up literally the night before. They made the call morning of to move it to the following Sunday. And they even coordinated.
Vic, they had Red Bank Tennis Center or Little Silver Tennis Center booked.
Yes.
We were told, and they decided, you know what, that wouldn't give the tournament the quality that it deserves, the high line.
Not as elite.
Ability that it deserves, the eliteness that it deserves. So they decided to move it, and look at what we got. We got rewarded for it.
Right. Really, really beautiful day. There's a lot of different divisions, Joe. You want to tell us about the different divisions we have?
I mean, we can run you along the side. We got the high school division that actually has wrapped up. Michael Dan and Carol Cohen, Carol Mizrahi.
Probably. They won
possibly.
that.
We got the under 25 division, which is still to be determined who's in the finals.
Right.
I assume they're still playing that one out. The family division, which we are about to see here, we'll introduce you to the players, and like I said before, in just a moment. The women's division, who we have a very special participant.
Joe, who's in the finals for that?
I'll give you a hint. Her daughter's sitting right behind us.
Boom. There she is.
And we got a men division.
So there's 5 divisions.
Yeah, there's a lot of divisions.
5 divisions.
It's like middle division, lower division.
Right, and I'm not good at math. 5 divisions, and one of them has passed, so this is the first of the 4 that we plan on recording. We also have, speaking of firsts, because they are never afraid to innovate.
Sorry, it was Carol Cohen and Michael Dan.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. 10 minutes later. We got media badges, which let us park in the...
Basically, if you're important, you have a badge.
Right.
Elliot Greenberg's got a badge.
Everyone here has a badge. Pretty much everyone.
That's because everyone is important.
Right. Ray T has a VIP badge. A lot of the committee have event badges.
Ray T is VIP.
So like we said...
so like I said, when Vic decided to start the broadcast, we still have a while until we start. And then he said, no, they're starting, but they still haven't started. Vic, take it away.
Yeah, so like I said, actually like you said, it is yet to fill the seats. Pretty empty, as you can see. But we think that the crowd will be here shortly.
Still early.
Joe, do you know anything about the people playing right now?
Yes, I do. I can introduce you to them.
Take it
On
away.
the near side, we have Mr. Ralph Fallick and his son Bobby.
This is Ralph. This is Bobby.
Yeah, just in case you couldn't understand. Fun fact, under the canopy over there, we have the other Bobby Fallick, who played in the under 30 division. Was playing phenomenally this morning at the Schwartzbard residence. And on the other side, we have Jackie and Jackie and Teddy Adid. That's
Jackie
right.
and Teddy Adid.
And
we know. Yeah, Ralph next to us.
here we are, Ralph Mizrahi, who
Thinks he's-
was a huge part in making the day happen. Ralph, can we see your badge? We were talking about badges before.
Got an event committee badge.
Event committee, there he is.
We're gonna get him in a booth for just a minute.
We'll definitely have him in the booth. We have ball boys?
Yeah, we have ball boys.
There's ball boys. Barb, there's ball boys.
Put these in.
Okay. Ralphie, I imagine that a lot of effort went into making this happen. Before we get to the drama and all things like that,
There's no drama, Joe.
can you walk us through how you first got involved in Food Fund and why you're a talented man, you're involved in a lot of organizations, why this is what you decide to spend so much time doing?
Thank you for the undeserving compliment, Joe. But it was 10 years ago. I was in shul with my father, and Jackie Schwecki, close friend and mentor of mine, he approached me and said, "Ralph, I want you to run a Olympics for the Food Fund." I must have been 14 at the time. Told him, I said, "Jackie, you're out of your mind. You know, it's not happening. It's the last thing on my mind right now." And I thought about it a little bit, and I said, "You know what? Frisbee's a hot thing this summer." He told me the Food Fund needs money. I said, "We'll do a Frisbee tournament." Us to raise $2,600 the first year, and the second year was a tennis tournament called Topspin. We raised $12,000, and the third year was tennis and volleyball. We raised $36,000, and then it was the birth of Shootout, which we did for about 5 years. That raised $250,000 every year for that span. And then this year, believe it or not, we were canceling. We were calling it quits on everything. We were sitting in a meeting at Victor Zaytouni's house, and we all got up to leave, and someone said, "Why don't we do a tennis tournament?" And immediately we all jumped up and said, "Wow, that's a phenomenal idea." We said we'll do it right around the same time as the U.S. Open. We'll call it SY Open, and here we are on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, August 26th. Yeah, it's a cause that's very dear to me. It's very important to help communities in our family put food on the table. But
Awesome.
yeah.
Thanks for that background, Ralph. Our viewers will certainly appreciate that. I had another question, but first I wanted to ask about the ball boys.
Yes.
Where did that come from?
Joe, we wanted to make this thing as professional and as high-end as possible.
Are you
and,
floosing these guys?
that cannot be disclosed.
I thought the money goes to the poor people.
The money is going to the poor people, Victor. But yeah, we wanted to make this as high-end and as professional as possible. So you'll note the bleachers, you'll notice the banners surrounding the
this kid
stadium. You'll notice a lot of little details that really take this thing up 10 notches. So
It's true. We already do. All of them add up. You see our beautiful sponsors, and that sir from the front left side actually was in. These kids are phenomenal. Have you been able to sit back and enjoy the quality of play that's been going on the courts today?
So I got a chance to watch a couple of nice matches. I watched the men's semifinals. Solomon Fallis and Gabe Abadi against Leon Harari. Forgot who Leon played with, but Solomon's team was up 5-2. It was they were serving for the match, and if they lost that game because of the way we set things up with the game differential, if Solomon Fallis' team surrendered that third game, they would have been eliminated.
Wow.
They were down 40-love in that last game, made a tremendous comeback, ended up taking it home, and they're in the finals. We'll see them
Wow.
at 6 o'clock.
Looking forward.
Had a chance to watch the high school finals. That was very impressive to see the youth of our community really show off their talents. So
Awesome. I noticed on Instagram, that's SFF_SY Open.
yes.
Barb, could you bring us some cookies? Barb's bringing us some cookies
Nice.
and some water. That you said under 30 finals TBD. What's the latest with that?
The latest is they're finishing up their quarterfinal matches. We have one team that's confirmed in the semis, Elliot Saka and Gabriel DeRicci.
It's a good team.
Elliot actually got off a plane at 6 a.m. this morning from Vegas. I'm shocked he's even playing.
Where would he rather be?
He'd rather be here for sure, but they were the 8th seed that upset the number 1 seed, 6-0.
Wow.
Yes.
Who's the number 1 seed?
It was Bobby Fallick.
Oh,
and,
Bobby Fallick in attendance.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Wow. I actually watched Bobby earlier today. I'm surprised. Okay.
that was an exciting match to watch as well.
All right. And, well, Ralph, before we get the show on the road, Elliot's calling for us to start. Ralph, we want to thank you for your endless, really, truly endless dedication to this cause and many other causes. And thanks for putting this together. We'd love to be here. And just so that our viewers know, guys call us the day before their tournament and ask, can you please come do it tomorrow? Ralph and his committee called us in February asking us if we could commit to this, and we're happy, really happy and excited to be here as we see the deeds and the Falix getting ready to begin. Ralph, we want to thank you.
I appreciate
Hazak
Joe.
Baruch.
Thank
Please
you.
keep doing what you're
And
doing.
thank
You really
everybody here and
make
our
this community
supporters.
that much better.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it.
So, quick introductions for the players. We got, on the near side now, we got Mr. Teddy Adid and his son Jackie. We saw them warming up. Now, and standing on the side, as you see them on the left side of your screen, is Mr. Ralph and his son Bobby Fallick. On the far right, you see a ball boy. There's also one on the near right. We have never seen ball boys at tennis tournaments before. We have done tennis tournaments before. Normally, if you guys know regular tennis, you do not speak during the point as a commentator. We're going to see how much we can get away with here, but we do not want to incur the wrath of Elliot Greenberg, who is making this whole tournament happen. So good job for Elliot. We do not know what that is.
Yeah, let me just clarify on
Oh,
that. I'm
Vic's
probably going to be talking as much as I can and pretty much never stop as usual, so I'm not
We just
really
gotta
sure
be
what they
careful with
usually
the
do.
noise level,
Yeah.
especially when it gets intense.
So yeah, when it gets intense is where we're going to be talking the most.
Barb is
probably.
trying out the cookies, Brooklyn Batter, vegan and kosher cookies.
On the first serve.
And Barb says that it's delicious. Anyway, and here's the beginning. Jackie, the slice forehand, pushing it across. Ooh, and
Wow.
Mr. Teddy Adid at the net, doing a great job. And that's the first point. We're underway here in the family finals.
Only
Vic,
took 13 minutes on recording.
family finals, isn't that something nice that this community does?
I think it's beautiful. I think we've done it in the past. I never really took it seriously when they said family. I thought that meant like, little kids and, kind of heck doing it. These guys are not messing around.
Love 30. I'll just try and update the score as much as I
Yeah,
can.
please do because I'm
it's
not
very hard to
gonna.
keep track, and if I don't say it, then I'm going to forget it. What do you think the deal is? I mean, we haven't watched much family tennis with the fathers hitting to the kids. It's a little unfair, isn't it?
No, I like it
There you go.
because both
Teddy,
teams have fathers.
Mr. Teddy has shown prowess at the net, and we got love 40. We're in line for an early break, triple break point here for the Adids.
So talk to me, not me actually, the people who don't know much about tennis. How many games do they have to win the match or set or whatever you call it?
I meant to ask Ralph that, but usually it's the first to 6.
And how many do you think they're playing? One?
One set for sure.
One set of first to 6.
Oh, Bobby could, and that's the game. 1 serving 0 when we get back here. They'll switch, and for those of you who are not familiar to the tennis world, after the first game, you switch sides. After every odd game, you switch sides.
Got it. So after every game,
Every odd game,
every other game.
right?
Gotcha.
After the first game, and then every other game.
Right. Just because this sport is retarded, and they count by 10s, 15s, and 40s, and loves.
Right.
But all right. So you're telling me if the team who just won wins 5 more, like that, then they win everything.
Then they win everything.
So
And
they
you
just
see
have
Mark
to
Greenberg down on the court. You see his attractive pink shirt.
Love that guy.
Everyone watching Mark, Vic and Mark, close friends.
I wouldn't say close friends, but yeah, definitely admire his work. I wish we could be close friends, but we've never really hung out outside of.
Mr. Teddy Adid to serve.
So they're only 20 points away
Notice
from
how
winning.
he's serving softly to the kid. I think there's a little bit of discrepancy there. And there's a double fault.
And I
Oh
just-
no, sorry. 3 on the first. 3 on the first, Barb. Barb confirms 3 on the first, or first one in. Let's see here. There you go. That was in. As Bobby Fallick, the younger,
So they're 19 points away from winning it all.
forces the. Did you just do that math, Vic?
Yeah, I had the 20, and then they got that. Am I
Not
right?
bad. You'll notice, Vic, throughout the day we'll do a couple more matches, but doubles positioning is key. It's almost as important as how good your forehand is or how good your backhand is. It's where you're standing. And your awareness of that and the other team's awareness of that usually determines the winner. Anyway, Teddy to serve, and he misses. It's the correct call.
So there's no refs.
Fun fact, we're 6 points into this match, and the serving team has won 0 of them.
Right. So 18 more.
Mr. Ralph trying to pump up his son Bobby, whose first cousin Bobby Fallick, Barb and I had the pleasure of watching at the Schwartzbad residence this morning.
Oh, they were one of the houses?
He played unbelievable, but we just got word he lost in the first quarterfinal to the 8 seed.
They
He was
played
the 1 seed.
unbelievably, Joey.
There's Bobby Fallick,
Oh.
and it's out. Good job there by young Bobby Fallick. He's doing a great job, and we were speaking to his father Ralph earlier, and Ralph had told us that his son Bobby has been playing with Elliot Greenberg since he was 3 years
Yeah,
old.
3 years old. I
I don't
asked
even remember where I was when I was 3.
him. Joe, you have a good memory.
Teddy with the slice serve. Comes right down the middle.
The context to that was I asked what elementary
And it's
school
out.
he
There's
goes
the first
to.
point won by the
Beautiful.
serving team, which we got 15-40 by my calculation.
Father said he goes to Flatbush. I said, who's his favorite teacher? He said, Elliot Greenberg.
Yep,
He's
that's
been teaching him since he was 3. I don't think he
Didn't-
understood the question.
yeah, I didn't
but,
think Elliot Greenberg's.
Are you allowed to throw it up as many times as you'd like, or is
You
it
are,
like
but
balking?
usually you apologize.
It's frowned upon. But there's no
It's-
technical like balk.
Yeah, tennis
like-
is very much based on unwritten rules. Ooh, good idea there by Bobby. It's in.
Wow.
Bobby with a little grunt, sounding like a real pro there. Oh, beautiful there from Teddy.
Ah.
Yeah, wow. Great point. Father and son coming together. We love it. We love to see that. That was awesome. We're gonna run that one back on the
The gram?
gram.
Probably put it on
Anyway,
Instagram.
but an awesome get there by Jackie Adid,
Yeah.
young Jackie Adid. Great
Right,
job at the
right,
net.
right.
These kids, it's like I said, it's not just forehands and backhands. A lot of it's strategy, and they're doing a great job. So we got 1-1
Okay.
here in the
Oh, the game's over.
first and only set.
Oh, wow.
The Fallics won that game,
Do they play win by 2 in games or
Pump up.
just?
and looks like young Bobby is to serve.
Do they
Bobby.
play win by 2 with games or just at the end of one game?
So it depends on the tournament usually.
Because I know it like each game, like they play win by 2 with that deuce, that whole item. But I don't know if it
Serve
goes
just
with
missed.
games.
In the crowd under the canopy, I don't know if you can see him in the shot. We got Albert Beta, brother of Michael Beta. Albert, a great community member, really stepping up lately. He's been working for Hatzalah, and
Really? Big fan of people who
he's
go
also
to
known as the
Hatzalah.
guy that sweeps the courts.
Oh, that guy does that. Is there something he doesn't do? Okay, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. That's.
And Ralph Fallick has no mercy on the younger.
Hey,
good job
listen,
there by Bobby, though,
You
keeping
gotta,
the ball
you
in
gotta
play.
win. I'm not. You can't play a game where you have rahmanut on the people. So this is little
Bobby
kids
serves
division.
to
Do we have
Teddy.
ages on them?
Ooh, good job there by Jackie.
Gorgeous.
Jackie Adid. Ralph saves. It's in. Unbelievable.
Holy crud!
This is a point we're going to want to see on the ground. Oh, unbelievable by Ralph at the net.
Wow,
Too good from both sides.
wow. He had me so shocked. I said, "Holy crud!" I don't. Wow. Hold on. Seems to be a bit of a discrepancy here. He said he hit the ball on my side.
So here's the argument, Vic. Let me
He
walk
just
you
said it
through
doesn't really matter.
So Teddy Adid is saying that Ralph Fallick reached over the net to hit the ball.
Right.
The fact is that if you hit the ball on the other side of the net, then you lose the point automatically.
Right.
Ralph said that it doesn't really matter, and
Which means he acknowledges the fact that he did it. We're not sure. We're gonna have to play it back again. But all right. Listen, In times like this is why we rewind it. I'm not going to rewind it now.
I don't even think we'd be able to tell, Vic.
Yeah, we're not in the middle. We only have one camera angle these days. Bit of arguing back and forth.
That was a great point.
So, Joe, there is no official ref, correct?
I think
But
Elliot,
they paid for ball boys over refs.
it's about the kids.
You ever
And
see
here's
Elliot play?
Barb joining us in the booth. She was sitting behind us for some reason.
Did you ever see Elliot play, like live?
No, but Barb has. Barb, how's Elliot as a player?
He's very good, but he's older now, so he's a good teacher, but he's like.
Right, he's a great player, good teacher.
We've
but-
actually seen his son Joe play. Come on, Joe!
Oh, that's him? Oh, yeah, I know that guy. Yvette, what's
Yes,
her face?
Mosseri.
Mosseri, yeah.
Here's Bobby to serve after a little bit of a... Oh, Teddy misses the ball at the net.
All right, 21 minutes in. Probably only like 8 minutes of it of actual footage.
Good serve there by Bobby. Ooh,
Wow.
Teddy ripping it. Ooh, that's in.
Should stop moving the camera.
Young Bobby doing a good job. There's Jackie. Ooh, creative. That's in.
All right.
That's in, and that's game.
That's how you can tell if it's game over. If he yells, it's pretty much how to keep score.
2-1 Phalix over the Adiz. And when we saw that first game that the Adiz won on a break, Barb immediately said, she was impressed by the play. She was impressed by the play of the Adiz, and she thought the Adiz were going to take it. But now we got 2-1. And the intensity, Vic, one little inch over the net, and the intensity rises tenfold.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Listen, in games like this, everything counts.
Everything
To
counts.
tell you the truth, I don't know if it was over or not because I don't pay attention to the sport that I announce.
You know, Elliot Greenberg's the right guy to run these tournaments because he's got just as much fire as the next guy. So he's willing to tell you what he believes. Barb, can I have a cookie?
I Joe had you with the cookies.
I'm going to try these cookies. Thanks to Brooklyn Batter. Thanks to Brooklyn Batter for giving them to us. Flourless walnut chocolate chip. Oh, man. Here's young Jack.
Can't hear anything. Yeah. We're doing awesome. We were asked. What's up?
Doing well. Eddie's sick coming in to check on
Yeah,
us.
we're good.
He let us in the driveway. We actually parked in the driveway today, Vic. Tell us about
Yeah,
that.
no big deal. We're parked in the driveway. Yep.
Jackie, Adina, and Bobby Fallick going back and forth. The kids are really, like, the fathers are good, but the kids are it's so impressive.
Too bad about racket. Everyone's
Albert
Barb.
Terzi. This just in. Albert Terzi texted me, you're missing my finals against Al Mamie.
We're sorry,
and
Al.
Vic, my bro, is on my team. That they can't have the finals at 2 o'clock like we asked them to.
Mm-hmm. Also, these guys asked us from February.
Yeah. Yep.
And just like that, we lost track of the score. But our fashion correspondent, Barb, correctly pointed out, and she's not just a fashion correspondent because she knows tennis, and a lot of people are using the blue Babolat racket.
The blue Babolat. Is that one word, or is it babbing a lot?
Anyway, Vic,
It's
Teddy,
a very serious question. All right, getting looks by Joey Cohen. Don't appreciate that. But listen,
Teddy indeed.
it is a good thing we can't hear the players because.
Oh, good shot there by Jack.
Yeah.
Ooh, Teddy tries to beat Bobby and does.
Oh my
Beats
good
Ralph
lord!
to the right side.
Wow, they are very, very good. You know, almost might be better than me. And we know that when I play my annual game of tennis, I can get like 1 or 2 points in the match, set, whatever you call it.
Oh,
I think it's 1st to 6, right? Did we confirm that? Should we confirm that now? Elliot, is 1st to 6? Confirmed 1st to 6. Tiebreaker 5-all. Not sure what that means, but
I know what that means, Vic.
it should mean something to the tennis
It's a
players.
mental game at this point, points out Barb, and that's correct. The score is 3-1 Phalix.
That was
Good
in.
shot there by Ralph Fallick, beating Teddy Adid in the alley.
I do love the ball boys. I think it's a great touch.
Mm-hmm.
would have liked the ref, but ball boys are great too.
I got one of my
Really?
dream jobs. I have a bunch
This
of dream
just
jobs.
in from Eddie Sit. They are actually not SYs, and they are the sons of people who usually ref our tournaments.
Sammy the ref.
Sammy the ref. Yeah, remember Sammy the ref had a son, little Sammy the ref, like
Oh,
2
yeah,
years ago doing
sure, yeah.
volleyball.
Sammy the ref Jr.
Sammy the ref Jr. Right.
Vic, you remembered that. He did do volleyball.
Come
That's
on,
correct.
Joe. My memory. We all know.
15 all is the score. 3-1 Phalix.
I like it. It's a very calm sport. You're not
It is, it's
competing
quiet.
to get a seat.
As that's
you're not-
Jackie's first error of the day.
Yep. Reaching the 25-minute mark, maybe 26 minutes, depending on what I end up cutting out. But
If you
What do
cut
we-
out, it would be 24th.
listen, Joe. Math was never my
Teddy.
strong subject.
Going for Bobby, and there's Jack. Oh, that's such a good volley. That's so good at the net from Jackie Hadid. So good at the net.
This guy
And
really
there's a round of applause from the crowd.
He
That
really
was
might-
really impressive.
might be as good as me. Wow. And I don't just say that about everyone.
And Barb's sitting next to us, but we gotta assume that for when her mother plays, she's gonna go down to courtside.
I actually think that you get the best view up here. Any
Should see it.
pregame quotes about Ruth?
She said
It's anyone's game.
She said it's anyone's
she said
game.
that about 50 times over the last 2 weeks.
That's really anybody's game.
It really, I mean, it's not anyone's.
As Teddy's struggling at the net, and Jackie is not afraid to
the
call
game
him out
over?
on it.
No, not game over.
No, it's not game yet.
Not yet.
It's crazy mental, because if you think about it, anybody can hit the ball over the net into a huge box, but it's the mental aspect of the game that
Right.
really gets people.
Right, it's not that easy. I've tried it. It's not really.
Oh, good serve.
Alan Bailey actually has a device that he was using all day that tracks the speed of his serve. It's like a wrist item. I'd love to see what these kids are hitting. Okay, it looks like the game is over, or a timeout or something like that. A lot of tension, good tension. Brings out the best in everyone.
All right, and at the end of the day,
Nothing
it's
like
for the
good
kids, it's
tension.
for the family. We're all friends here.
Right.
The score is 4-1 in favor of the Phalix.
And Elliot
Let's take a
seems
look
to
here,
be
Vic, at the.
going down to talk to them.
So this beautiful shirt, look at this SY Open shirt, and if you'll notice, our fashion correspondent Barb.
Joe, did you pay for that?
Nope.
Oh, so you stole it.
No, I have it.
Oh, I forgot media meant you can steal things.
So this is the new U.S. Open logo. You see, they changed the logo this year, and the SY Open was on top of it, right? They were on top of 50 years at the U.S. Open, and they took this logo, which works very well with the SY Open. You just take this out, but U.S. bang, you got U.S. Open. And
Is
thanks to
that
our
a
sponsors.
copyright infringement?
sponsors of
Are
the
we
shirt.
allowed to put any logo on?
It's a good question, Vic. I would probably recommend you do not raise that to legal authorities.
Okay, so that's not on us. If anyone's watching this, like part of the FBI or whoever gets people in
Coming
trouble.
Next, we got the women's final.
Women's on deck.
It's Bobby.
Do we know the schedule? It's woman on deck.
Vic, you can't talk so loud.
Got it. So I'm gonna.
That's a non-bouncer. It's a non-bouncer.
Interesting that nobody is wearing the U.S. Open shirt, the SY Open shirts that were given to them.
You don't have time to put it on. You're playing all day.
I envision that they have a few minutes. Not sure.
So it was a controversy on whether the ball was in or out, and Elliot Greenberg said that it was long, but,
Long means in or
but
out.
it's not Elliot Greenberg's call. It's Ralph Fallick's call as Bobby misses it into the net.
Long means in or out.
Long means out,
Out. Why don't they just say out?
because they want to tell you how it was out. Anyway,
Right. There's a baby
Awesome.
crying behind us. I think we're picking up the audio on
so
that.
for our viewers who are wondering how the under 30 tournament's going, we got word earlier that Bobby Fallick, the 1 seed who we watched earlier today, lost to Elliot Saka, who was the 8 seed. In a crazy upset match. The Sakas are very good.
Wow.
Oh, unbelievable.
Holy crap.
Over the head, over the shoulder, backhand volley there from Ralph Fallick.
Joe, that wasn't normal.
And you know, as intense as this stuff gets, Vic, we're at 4-1.
Wow, that was a play for the ages. That was like geek
30-15
playing
is the
volleyball.
score. Yeah, 30-15. Yes, that's a good serve there from Teddy.
Ooh, happens.
Jackie just didn't have his racket in the right position there at 30 all.
Would you say that it's also about physical strength and that the kids are at a disability
And you
because
can
they're not
see-
as strong as the parents?
That's what I was saying before, Vic. You said no.
No, would you say that?
Yeah, I would say that.
'Cause
Ooh, and Ralph just takes his eyes off the ball. He was looking to misdirect, right? He was looking Jackie off, so Jackie wasn't ready for it.
right.
Anyway, we got advantage in favor of the far team. That's Teddy and Jackie Deed.
Right.
I'd honestly say I'm the most impressed with Jackie Deed of all the people on the court. Young Jackie, he's been doing a great job.
for all those who don't have a
at the
great
net.
memory, what color shirt is he wearing?
He's wearing the multicolored white shirt.
Gotcha,
Teddy goes
Adidas.
to Bobby. Oh, and Teddy misses it. There, we're back to deuce.
Deuces win by 2. Took me a while to get that.
Very good, Vic. As our ball boys very smartly stay towards the back.
What's your thoughts on the not capitalizing the word day and sponsor over there on that, but for everything else they capitalized, and they also said thank you to our sponsors, not capitalized.
I think that was a conscious decision.
It was. I don't think I agree with
Good
that.
serve there by Teddy.
Nice.
And that's a key example of how tennis is a mental sport. You know Jackie's perfectly capable of making that volley.
There are 2 ball boys.
The
Thought I
Falcons
saw
are
a
up
third.
5-1 and in the groove. Bobby's going to serve for the match here.
The match. That means game over. Right.
That's right, Vic.
Wow, we're already up to that. Wow, this game went very quickly.
And people look towards the horizon and wonder, where is Ruth Schwartzbart?
Ruth
She's
Schwartz.
on next.
She's on deck. Are the other 3 players here?
We don't know.
So then, I think it's unfair to just ask for her.
And very interesting to note that Ruth's teammate Leslie Casson, her daughter Carolyn, just moved to NYU today. Oh, here comes Ralph. Wow, strong across. A yell there from Bobby. I gotta say, Vic, I don't know if we can hear the yells on the broadcast.
We could barely hear you. Who's whispering?
That's true.
But yeah, what were we saying?
So you can't. So the kids get into it, and it's really cute. And
Yeah.
Barb thinks it's cute, but Barb thinks everything regarding kids is cute.
The team serving is about to win the tournament.
Yes,
Gotcha.
it's 15 love though.
But if they get 4 more points, they walk away
Ralph
with the trophy.
Alec trying to pick on Father Teddy. Good one. Oh! Great shot. Great shot there from Mr. Teddy Adid. Ralph Alec was the first one to acknowledge it. Which
Joe, I
is-
hope you have questions ready when we get them in the booth.
we're going to
get
focus on the kids, right?
We're gonna focus on the kids and then the parents, because why not?
6, set to 6 in this tournament. Good serve there from
This is
Bob.
very quick for our finals, no?
It was good. You got to appreciate Mr. Ralph Alec being totally honest, even though son Bobby thought it was out for a second there.
Right.
15-30 is the score.
Joe, anything going on tonight? What are you going after this?
Oh, Jackie Adid, the deep volley. Excellent job there. And again, Ralph Alec, the first one to acknowledge. You got to appreciate that. Even when tensions are running high and even when it's an intense tournament, people are going to acknowledge the goodness. Ooh, and the front fight ends in favor of the Phallics. We got advantage Yadids. Anything doing tonight? I have a barbecue.
Who's barbecue?
My friends.
Friends. Very cute.
We got any weddings? There's a wedding. Vivian and
Oh,
Ezekiel.
yeah, I have Vivian Hidary, not Hidary, Vivian Waba, right?
Yes.
Oh, I
Vivian
do
Hidary.
have that.
People always get confused with Vivian's. My
Yeah.
sister is also Vivian.
Right. Vivian Hidary spells her name with an E. That helps. Vivian.
And Vivian with an E at the end is how this one spells it, but my sister
Right.
Vivian is Vivian.
Yeah, oh, yeah. So they're
Anyway,
all 3 different
This is a
spellings.
great rally going on here. As Teddy and Bobby are going back and forth, back and forth. Jackie waiting for the right moment to pounce. Just be ready. And Ralph charges the net. He's there now. Oh, goes down. It's good.
Say it ain't so.
Backhand volley. Jackie's there. It's in. It's in. Jackie finish. Bobby with the return. Oh my. What a point. What a point. Vic, I
Wow.
don't know how many shots that rally was, but that was some point.
So
Probably the best point I've seen all
wow. We were there
And we're-
talking about Vivian's.
day. And we're back at deuce.
Dog everything that can't take himself.
We're back at deuce. Wow, Bobby's the Jackie and Bobby. The two kids really showing what it's worth. And Vicky, you can say what you want about the fathers, but they are letting their kids shine, which is probably the most impressive thing.
Right. I don't think any division's going to beat this because they're expected to be good. You know, when you get to men's division, women's division, under 25, they're expected to be awesome because
the
they've
sun comes
fully
out.
developed. But these guys didn't hit puberty yet, or they did. I don't know how old they are.
They didn't. I don't
And
think
they are better than I'll ever be in tennis.
Good form there from Phallic.
Wow, in. Was that
That's
it? And you hear them yelling, "We won."
What a moment there for the Phallic family. As the mothers come down onto the court, sisters come down onto the court.
Barbara's yellow boost. Wow.
Wow.
We're going to get them both in the booth very
Ooh.
shortly. Joe, what do you
Wow.
think was the secret to their success?
I think it was the teamwork, Vic.
No, it's also just mental. Like once they were winning, and the whole it was the. I have to say, after the whole the Phallic team reaching over the net, the other
Maybe
team,
reaching over the
Maybe, we're not making any calls over here.
The Yedids got all in their head. Once you get in your head, tennis is all mental. So once you lose that flow,
We got tears on the court, tears of joy.
Oh. Yes,
I'm
Vic's
tearing up
tearing up
myself.
himself.
Not gonna lie.
What a moment
It's
there.
it's allergies, Joe. It's allergies.
What a moment.
Tears of joy, and
And the mother rightfully said, guys, it doesn't look like you won. You're crying so much.
right. It's a good thing it's on camera so that he can watch this in 20 years. Yeah, let's clap it
I'll
up. for
clap
them.
it up for him. That was awesome. That
Yeah.
was awesome. This is my new favorite tournament.
Yes.
As Ralph sends his son Bobby over to congratulate Jackie and his father. Jackie played unbelievably. Bobby
There it
played
is, all about the
unbelievably.
sportsmanship.
Like I said
Look at that.
before, the kids have blown us away, and we were unfortunate to miss out on the
Bit
beginning of
tissue?
this tournament.
I don't have a tissue. It's allergy
But-
season.
Vic is tearing up. Barb's tearing up. I'm a pretty calm guy. Anyway, look at that. Mark Greenberg first on the scene.
Shocker.
Awesome moment, and so congratulations to the Phallic family.
And we'll be
and
back in just a
congratulations to the
moment.
Deed family.
Right. We'll be back with the post-game interviews.
We are here with Bobby Phallic, family tournament champion. Bob, let's start with the easy question. What'd you have for breakfast this morning?
Cereal.
What kind of cereal?
Captain Crunch.
Oh, with the berries or without the berries?
Nah, no berries.
No berries. Regular, straight up Captain Crunch. That's the kind of guy Bobby Phallic is. Bob, when you stepped on the court today, did you think you were going to take it home with your pops?
Yes.
You did? Any pregame words of inspiration that your dad gave you?
Yeah. Keep it consistent. Keep it on the court, and he'll handle the rest.
There you go. And your dad was a very active member, but I would say that you carried the team a little bit. I'd say that you did a great job out there, and you played through the divisional round and all that stuff. Were there any fierce competitors? Did you play against any of your friends?
Yes.
Who'd you play against?
Eric Azrak,
And how'd you do? You crushed them?
5-3.
Nice. Okay, so notice, just for our viewers to know, the regular rounds were until 5, and the last round was till 6.
Semis and finals was
Semis
6.
and finals was 6. Who'd you play in the semis?
Eddie and Eddie.
Hey, it doesn't matter. You won, right? It matters.
Forgot it.
Oh, it's all right. And did you have fun? That's, I
course.
think, the most important
It's
thing.
the most important thing.
You had fun?
Of course.
What school? Oh, wait, I'll tell you. You go to Flatbush, and we asked your dad before the match who your favorite teacher was, and he said Elliot Greenberg. Is that the truth?
Of course.
Yeah, and you've been playing with Elliot since you were 3?
Yes.
And how much has he taught you and made you the player that you are today?
100% of it.
And where do you gonna go to high school? You're gonna play on the team.
Of course. Hopefully.
All right, that's what I'm talking about, Bob. Let's see that trophy. Bring it front and center. Let's read it out. As SY Open's first annual family doubles tennis champions, and you're the first winner. So you go down in the history books when people are like, "Oh, who won the SY Open the first year?"
We lost 2 years in a row last.
I know, but this is the first SY Open. It's not the first shootout. Forget about that stuff. But this is a special one. Where's it going? Where are we putting the trophy?
A trophy case.
In your house, in the living room, in the dining room, in your room, living room. That's what I'm talking about. And you got some cool SY Open gear. You like that stuff?
Yes.
And you plan on going to the U.S. Open at all this year? Your dad's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you coming? I'm going tomorrow. When are you going?
Whatever the tickets are.
Whenever the tickets are. All right, you win tickets. I think tomorrow. Your dad said that he has golf. All right, Bob. And here comes your pops. He's got a lot coming. And just give us one word that describes how awesome it was to play with your dad. You can't say awesome because I just said awesome.
Amazing.
Amazing. All right, we'll go with amazing. Bobby, thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
Let's call your pops in. Mr. Ralph Fallick joining us in the booth after his son Bobby. Ralph, before we ask you any other questions, how proud are you of your son Bobby?
I am so proud of him. You know, this has been, we lost in the finals 2 years in a row in the same tournament, and to finally come back and win, it meant a lot to us, and it showed because my son played incredible, Bobby played great, and we had a game plan and we kept to it. And it's nice to finally win one.
There you go. And there you go. We saw some emotions on the court.
Yeah.
You guys had a moment there. We captured it on camera. And we just want to know, you started your son, right? You told us he's working with Elliot since he was 3 years old.
Yeah.
And the build up to this moment, how worth it was it?
Well, Bobby and I practiced a lot. There was a lot of emotions involved in it to getting ready. There's a lot of emotions playing with your son, not wanting to disappoint him, wanting to play well, wanting him to play well, coaching him. He became unbelievable. He played today. From morning till night, he just did phenomenal. And he carried me the whole way.
It is really is a long day. So congratulations, and we see you got a nice trophy over there. Is it true, the rumors about the U.S. Open tickets?
I think so. So Bobby and I are frequent. We go to the U.S. Open every year, and I guess now it's on the food fund. So that'll be great.
You know which day you're going?
They didn't give us the tickets yet, but we're gonna go and have the best time.
There you go.
And
Bobby looks pumped. Congratulations,
Bobby's happy
guys.
We finally won. This guy carried me the whole way. He's a true champion. I can't say he's just the best. What a kid all around. I really want to thank Elliot Greenberg for running this tournament so well, so consistently. He did a phenomenal job. He put on a great tournament. It was well organized. I want to thank the Food Fund for sponsoring this tournament and doing a great event. Every single court was well taken care of. The people played great. Everyone played well. So everyone was so nice. The drinks, the towels that we got, and the shirts. The Food Fund is doing great. And thanks again. Thank you for allowing me to play.
Of course. Thank you so much, Ralph, and congratulations. Enjoy the Open.
Thank you.
Have a good one. See you next year.
All right. Yes, definitely. Next year we got to defend our championship.